Okay, so when I first made my list of my toy books, it was like a lot of like very clear, this is definitely a toy book, but I decided to do some things that hopefully still fit, so I guess we'll see. So I was going to start with this book, which is obviously called Peak of Love, and this is like very beginner, it's a board book. So on this first page we have some like sequins, sparkly, like feeling type things on this page, and on each page it just says whichever animal loves, and then you pull down the flap and it tells you what they love, and it's got very bright colors, very simple, kind of the same format on every page. And then the last page has a little bonus flap. Okay, so I got that one. Then the next little book here is a finger puppet book. So there's a hole and they can put their finger in the back. And it talks about all the things that make the ladybug happy. So it would be a really good opportunity to teach about the feeling of happiness and talk about what makes the child happy, what kind of things maybe make other people happy, and they get to be the little ladybug, so that's kind of fun. And then I have this book, which is Find My Feet. So it's got this little piece down here that you rotate, and on each page it tells you what color the animal's feet should be, and you just turn until you find the right feet that match. Okay, and my son is 5 and he loves this book. So like I said, each page again is kind of the same. You go through and you find, but this would be a good one to start learning about colors and about animal sounds, because on each page they have the sound that the animals would make. So this next one's kind of similar, but I like it because it's almost like a pop out, but it's a fold out. So each page has a farm animal on it. Okay, and it gives a clue, and if they can't guess, then they fold this next part up and it gives another clue, and then when you fold the last one out it has the whole picture. So this one was a pig. Keep going here. So each page again is same kind of thing. Okay, and then I've got Rain or Shine, and it's got the little holographic pictures, and then it's got some things you can feel here, and it goes through all the different types of weather. So this page is like sunny, cloudy. Then we have this page, which would be like windy. It's got the tree blowing. This one's rainy. This one's stormy. And then this one's snowing. So this would be a really good one to talk about the seasons and the weather. Okay, and we've got Dig In, which is another board book. And this one has movable parts. So this little mouse crew is working, and on each page they're doing a job. and you get to kind of help them. So on this page, you turn the wheel. This one's on the other side, so they got the little cement mixer. And then on this one, let's see, this one, you push the hay. Alright, this one, you're moving this guy back and forth. He's carrying his little load of stuff. I don't know if this one is like stuck or if it only goes out that far, but I got this one from the library, so that's how it was when I got it. And then they have a pizza. They're having a pizza to reward themselves. And do the same kind of thing there, pull it out. So have that one. And then I have moving blocks, which would be a great one to do colors and shapes with. So it's got holes. Right? In each page it asks, what are we building? So we built a car. Okay. Then on the next page, what are we building now? So it adds to it, and now we have a bus. What are we building now? Now we built a train. How about now? Now it's a boat. What about now? Now it's a spaceship. What about now? Now it's a rocket. And then, like, when I was looking at this book, I thought about, in the classrooms they have the colored shapes that, they're like plastic, and I thought that would be a really good activity to do with this book, and give them the shapes and then let them see what different things they could build with the shapes. So there's that one. And then I got, these are called story playbooks. They're through Scholastic. And we have like 10 of these at my house. They're amazing. So this one is I Love You Because You're You. And so the cool thing about these books is that on each page, well, on most of the pages, they have these little circles up here, and they have different questions or activities that go along with the story. This particular book, it focuses on emotions, but there's all kinds of different, the series has different books to target different topics. So I just picked this one, and so one of this first question is, what makes you grin from ear to ear? So then you get them talking and relating to the story. What's your favorite bedtime story? Okay, this one just has the regular story on there. And the story in itself is great too, because the baby fox is being kind of being a butthead, and the mom is like, I love you anyway. I love you no matter what. And then she goes through some different scenarios where she'll always love the baby. Okay, so this one says, Fox and Buffalo are having a play date. Do you know which animal is which? So then they would be able to point in the book and tell you which animal. And then it gives you some hints on the other side if they can't get it. Fox and cat both have tails. Can you name 2 ways their tails are different? So that kind of gives an opportunity for compare and contrast. I'm not doing a very good job of holding it so you can see it. Okay, we have this one. What sound does the word love start with? So there's some phonics skills. Can you name other words that begin with that sound? Okay, and they're still just being kind of crazy. This one says, why is Fox crying? When have you felt sad before? The words pout and shout rhyme. What words rhyme with the word yell? Okay. The end of the story. Everything's great. Name 3 things that you love about you. And I really like that part of it because I really think it's important to build self-esteem. So that's why I just really love this book for my kids personally, because they kind of struggle with that sometimes. And then the back of the book has all these different activities that you can do. So they have some sight words, and you can go through and count how many words, how many times you see the sight words in the story. So that's working on your counting skills. And this talks about feelings, so it's working on the social emotional skills. So it gives them a prompt, and it says, today I felt happy because, then they have to say why they felt that way. I felt silly because, I felt sad because, it has a few other ones there. Then it has a game you can play together. Okay, so in the story, the little fox gets sick, and then the owl doctor comes. And so in the game, you're the owl doctor, and it's like Simon Says. And you just say, owl doctor says, and you give them the command, and then they do it. So there's that. And then there's also this little thing says picture time. And they have to draw a picture of the person that they love and then give it to that person. So I really love these books. So, okay. Got that. And then I also have It's Time to Call 911, which this book should make noise, but I got it from the library and apparently it needs batteries, so it doesn't at this time. This one's for a little bit older kids. They go through when you might need to call 911. They talk about trying to find an adult. Then they have the kids practice actually dialing 911. And again, this should make noise, but it doesn't. So, and then it goes through kind of like a script of what you would say. So it says, if you see a house on fire, call 911 from a safe place. Say, my name is blank. There is a house on fire. So they can actually role play what they would say in that scenario. And then it's got another one where somebody's got hurt, where they can role play. And it tells them who would come in each scenario. So in this one, a house is on fire, so the firefighter comes. And this one, somebody's hurt, so the ambulance comes. Okay. This one, somebody has a gun, so the police come. Okay, and then it reminds them to only call 911 if it's an emergency. And then it's got a space back here where they can practice their address if this were their own book. So that one. And then when I started doing older kids, I really struggled with finding books that fit the bill at the libraries that I looked at. They were like, I don't even know what a toy book is, so I'm not really going to be able to help you. And I couldn't really find anything that was fitting. But I did find, so this is actually a graphic novel, which I think are a really good segue into chapter books because they're longer, but they're not so intimidating because they have, they're pictures. They're like comic books, and they're so colorful. So, but the interesting thing about these ones, I picked these ones because they have these things called Fliporama. So, and it tells them in here to make sound effects to go with the story. And so they put their left hand where it's outlined, and their right thumb over here. And then, let's see if I can do it backwards. Hold on. Let me look at the page numbers. 43, 54. Okay, so they grab it, hold it like this, and then they are supposed to flip back and forth and make sound effects so that it looks like, so that it looks like the picture is moving. So my son's 8, and I mean, he reads really high for his age, and he loves these books. And then I also work with middle schoolers that still read these books, so I feel like this is a really good example. Hopefully it fits into the toy book category because it is interactive, but this is one that I was kind of unsure about. And then in the back they have a little section where it tells you how to draw the characters, and it goes through each of them. And it has the rest of the story. So hopefully you guys had better luck finding books for the older kids. So I'm excited to see what you have.